Right on the top of this bulletin, we want to go across straight to Lucknow, where BSP chief Mayawati has gone in to cast her vote. You see Satish Chandra Mishra flanking her, the Brahmin face of the BSP. This has been a tough election for Mayawati. Most of the pundits on the ground, the pollsters, showing her party rather weak. She, of course, has been belligerent. She has been addressing big, well-attended rallies in different parts of Uttar Pradesh. She even managed to get a day off just before the third phase of polling. These are images from Lucknow Cant, where BSP Supremo Mayawati has gone in to cast her vote. We've got reporters from all across Uttar Pradesh who are joining us. Remember, third phase is essentially what is called Yadav land, and it is here that in the 2012 assembly elections, the Samajwadi Party won 55 out of 69 seats. It is crucial for Akhilesh Yadav's chances in these elections that he maintains those kind of numbers. If his lead here slips, it's going to be a very, very tough uphill climb for Akhilesh Yadav and the Gathbandhan. These are live images this morning. BSP chief Mayawati going in to cast her votes. Remember, about 17.12% of the total UP assembly is up for votes today. There are 12 districts, 826 candidates. The district covered are Farrukhabad, Hardoi, Kannauj, Mainpuri, Etawah, Auraiya, Kanpur Dehat, Kanpur Urban, Unnao, Lucknow, Barabanki and Sitapur. This is essentially what is called in UP parlance the Yadav belt. This is where Yadavs are in huge numbers, and this is the belt which helped the Samajwadi Party sweep to power in the previous assembly elections. Images this morning from the Lucknow Cant. BSP chief Mayawati going in to vote. There's a big threat to her vote bank. Remember, the BJP eyeing the non-Jatav Dalit votes of Mayawati, and that is crucial for the BJP's chances as well. What they want to do is try and wean away as many of the non-Jatav votes. Mayawati's vote bank made up essentially of Jatavs, which is her own community, and non-Jatavs. Non-Jatavs, of course, made up of multiple other smaller castes. The BJP eyeing those non-Jatav votes, trying to pull them away. We're seeing Mayawati gear up to address the media. She has been more conciliatory towards the media than in the past, but in the past she gave absolutely no access. This time too, she hasn't taken people along with her, but she has been addressing the media off and on, even taking some questions. She's getting set here to speak to the media, and in a moment we'll go across and listen to what she says. She's calm. She realizes that she's facing a tough election. However, we had a conversation with Satish Chandra Mishra when we were in Lucknow. They're trying to project the image of a party that's being written off by pollsters, but they believe they'll be the ones having the last laugh on the 11th of March. I think she's getting set to speak. Let's listen. I suppose for the cameras to settle down, Dr. Ashok Lahiri is with us in the studio. Okay, I think he's about to start.
उत्तर प्रदेश में बीएसपी की जीत का कितना
जैसा कि आप लोगों को ये मालूम है कि उत्तर प्रदेश में विधानसभा के लिए आम चुनाव है और आज तीसरे चरण के तहत यहाँ वोट पड़ रहा है और आज मतदान के दिन जो तीसरे चरण के तहत वोट पड़ा है, तो मैं सबसे पहले आज वोटिंग के दिन इस तीसरे चरण से जुड़े सभी मतदाताओं से ये अपील करती हूँ कि वे वोट डालने के लिए अपने अपने पोलिंग बूथों पर जरूर जाएं और अपना वोट जरूर डालें। इसके सिवा इसके साथ ही यहाँ मैं ये भी कहना चाहती हूँ कि आज तीसरे चरण का वोट पड़ा है। 2 चरण के वोट पड़ चुके हैं और 2 चरण के जो वोट पड़े हैं तो उसके आधार पर मैं ये कह सकती हूँ कि तीसरे चरण में भी बहुजन समाज पार्टी वोट के मामले में नंबर 1 पर रहेगी और आगे जितने भी चरण बचे हैं उन सभी चरणों में बहुजन समाज पार्टी नंबर 1 पर रहेगी और बहुजन समाज पार्टी की अकेले ही अपने बलबूते पर सरकार बनने के लिए जा रही है और कम से कम 300 के करीब सीटें बहुजन समाज पार्टी जीतने के लिए जा रही है। और ये बात मैं इसलिए कह रही हूँ, कोई सपा कांग्रेस बीजेपी की तरह हवा हवाई नहीं, बल्कि जो अभी तक वोट पड़ा है उसके आधार पर जो मेरी चुनावी जनसभाएं हो रही हैं, जिस तरीके से भीड़ उमड़ रही है मुझे सुनने के लिए, तो उसके आधार पर मैं आपको कह रही हूँ कि उत्तर प्रदेश में बीएसपी की अकेले ही अपनी सरकार बनने के लिए जा रही है और इस चुनाव में बीएसपी 300 के करीब सीटें जीतने के लिए जा रही है, क्योंकि उत्तर प्रदेश की जो जनता है तो वो बदलाव चाहती है। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता यहाँ पर समाजवादी पार्टी का जो गुंडा राज है, जंगल राज है, उससे वो तंग आ चुकी है। यहाँ पर अमन चैन व शांति का वातावरण चाहती है। इसके साथ ही भारतीय जनता पार्टी तो जिसको लगभग 3 वर्षों तक यहाँ की जनता आजमा चुकी है, जिसने अपने लोकसभा चुनावी जो वायदे हैं उनका 1/4 हिस्सा भी पूरा नहीं किया है, तो उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता इनको 3 साल के अंदर बीजेपी को आजमा चुकी है। अब उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता बीजेपी को भी अब दोबारा से आजमाने वाली नहीं है, समाजवादी पार्टी को भी आजमाने वाली नहीं है। अब उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता तो यहाँ पर बीएसपी की ही सरकार बनाने वाली है। उन्होंने पूरा पक्का मन बना चुका है।
मैं ये आज जहाँ पर इटावा में भी चुनाव हो रहा है, जहाँ पर उनके पार्टी ने
हो गया,
किसी और को भी पूछने दो।
चलो हो गया यार, कार्ड दिखा दे।
आप पूछो, आपका एक सवाल हो गया, उनको पूछने दो। भाई ये नहीं बोला भाई।
क्यों पीछे हो जाएगा, पागल हो क्या?
Our colleague Balkrishna, Lucknow bureau chief, asking questions to Mayawati. She took one question from him and then she didn't want to take any more. That's just the way I suppose Mayawati is. I want to introduce our guests this morning. We've got Dr. Ashok Lahiri with us in the studio. Dr. Lahiri, welcome. You're looking bright and fresh. Fantastic to have you. Also with us in the studio, and we're trying to change the outlook of some of the guests who are joining us. Try to bring younger faces on our channel, faces who've actually traveled through Uttar Pradesh, instead of bringing pundits who haven't actually been on the ground. The idea is that they can provide a fresh perspective from the field. I want to begin by introducing Shivam Vij. Shivam Vij is with the Huffington Post. Prashant Jha is a political journalist. He's with the Hindustan Times. Both have been traveling across Uttar Pradesh the last several weeks. I want to introduce our correspondents on the ground as well. Maushmi Singh is with us in Lucknow. We've got Brajesh Pandey. He's joining us from Saifai. Saifai is the Yadav bastion. Shiv Pujan Jha is in the urban center of Kanpur. And Supriya Bhardwaj is in Farrukhabad. I want to go across first and foremost to Brajesh, because Brajesh is in Saifai, and Brajesh, in Saifai, it's essentially the question of sabotage. And what's the sense that you're picking up? Is the Samajwadi Party going to be able to replicate the kind of numbers that they picked up last time, winning 55 out of the 69 seats? So do you believe Shivpal Yadav is angry and his detractors and his supporters are going out trying to sabotage the SP's chances?
Well, both narratives are being played out on the streets of Saifai. One side is that, that Shivpal Yadav camp is trying their level best to make sure that the margin of the victory of Shivpal Yadav is more than the last time, so as to send out the message that he still remains a popular leader as far as Samajwadi Party is concerned. But on the other side, if you remember, Rahul, 2-3 days back, Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav said that, while addressing a rally in Etah, he said that, people should remember who is the person who is trying to wedge a divide between father and son, and they should remember remember this while going to cast their vote. Not only this, when before the second round of voting, Azam Khan, made a very controversial remarks by saying that, it'll require a lot of hard work to be done by the Samajwadi Party to make sure that Shivpal Yadav wins. So both sides are engaged in a pitched battle to make sure that, that once the ballot is out in the counting, their supremacy reigns is out at the forefront. And this is the reason why, both sides are leaving no stone unturned. The Akhilesh Yadav camp is, trying their level best to project that even if Shivpal Yadav wins, basically it will be an attempt or large-heartedness on the side of the Chief Minister to make sure that they do not suffer any setback or embarrassment as far as Saifai, this epicenter of Yadav bastion, is concerned. But one thing is clear that, today is a very crucial day in the sense that what the outcome of this phase will in a way decide whether Akhilesh Yadav is going to don the mantle of Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh again, or his whole campaign gets derailed after this third phase. Rahul?
Go across now to Maushmi Singh. She's in Lucknow. Remember, Lucknow is where Yadav pride is at stake. That's what Mulayam Singh Yadav said. His daughter-in-law, Aparna Yadav, squaring off against BJP's new entrant, Rita Bahuguna Joshi. Rita Bahuguna Joshi facing challenges where the full RSS BJP cadre not coming out campaigning for her. I want to go across to Maushmi, and I think Rajnath Singh's son, Pankaj Singh, is with her. Maushmi, take it away.
कि नहीं चलो पहले वोट डालते हैं। नहीं, साथी दोनों उठ गए थे तो पता ही था वोटिंग के लिए जाना है, तो दोनों साथी जी। क्या मुद्दे आपको लगता है, आप निवासी भी हैं उत्तर प्रदेश की, लखनऊ में रहते हैं, क्या मुद्दे, आपके बच्चे भी हैं, क्या मुद्दे आपको लगता है एक बतौर गृहिणी, एक प्रोफेशनल महिलाओं के लिए है?
आई थिंक बीइंग अ वुमेन सबसे बड़ा जो मुद्दा होना चाहिए वो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का होना चाहिए। अगर इफ़ यू डोंट फील सेफ, आप कितने भी अच्छे घर में रह लीजिए, कुछ भी कर लीजिए, बट इफ़ यू आर नॉट फीलिंग सेफ तो आपको वो सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम उसी से होती है।
जहाँ तक लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की बात करें तो अखिलेश ने लॉ एंड ऑर्डर में भी बोला कि यूपी 100 आई, काम बोलता है, पर लगातार जो अपराध की घटनाएं हैं वो कहीं उससे मेल नहीं खाती हैं बिकॉज हम लोग तो जनरली वी ट्रैवल सो मच, तो लोग यूपी के बारे में बोलते ही हैं कि वाई इट इज़ सो डिफरेंस, दिल्ली और नोएडा में इतना डिफरेंस है जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द बॉर्डर। तो नहीं, मुझे नहीं लगता लॉ एंड ऑर्डर। आज आपके बच्चे जब बाहर निकलते हैं आप सुरक्षित महसूस करते हैं?
नहीं, बीइंग एट दिस पोजीशन ऑल्सो मैं जब सुरक्षित नहीं करती तो आम आदमी को तो बहुत दिक्कतें रहती हैं।
घर में आपके जो है एक कहें तो आपकी देवरानी भी है, माँ भी है, तो क्या सब लोग एक मत हैं? जहाँ तक सब्सिडी की बात है, केंद्र सरकार ने सब्सिडी दी, वो आपको लगता है महिलाओं के लिए एक इशू है?
पॉलिटिकली आई वोंट से मच, बट हाँ, घर में हम लोगों को भी दिक्कतें रहती हैं। तो
Maushmi Singh in Lucknow. I want to introduce Rakesh Sinha from the RSS. He's joining us also on this broadcast. I want to go across first though to Shivam Vij. He's been traveling and reporting extensively from across Uttar Pradesh. Shivam, your sense, and as we start this broadcast, explain to our viewers why this third phase in Uttar Pradesh is so important and how this could determine how the momentum ultimately settles in UP. I want to try and fix that connection with Shivam in just a moment. Rakesh ji, Rita Bahuguna Joshi, especially in Lucknow, complaining that the RSS, the BJP not fully backing her. You've got lots of these entrants from the outside not receiving the full support of the cadre and the karyakarta.
This depends on the individual candidate also, how much she or he attracts the cadres and the workers. But I don't think that BJP and RSS workers are not working for BJP, because there is no alternative. This is the crucial time in the Uttar Pradesh election, when pseudo-secularist forces are polarized at one side, and BJP has to win the election for the benefit of not Uttar Pradesh, but it has some impact on national politics also. So I don't think that BJP and RSS workers are avoiding Rita Bahuguna Joshi. This is true that when a person comes from other party, there is some difficulty in adjustment. And here the charisma of the individual leader depends. How much he or she enrolls into the cadres, attracts the cadre, convinces the cadre. It takes some time, but I think that this is the safe seat for the BJP.
Okay. Shiv Pujan Jha is in Kanpur. Kanpur, the traditional industrial hub of Uttar Pradesh. A lot of those industries in steep decline. This is where also concerns being raised about Shiv Pujan, the possible impact of demonetization. How much of a factor do you believe demonetization is turning out to be in this election?
This is definitely going to be very, very overwhelming, because remember that lots of tanneries, they were closed after demonetization, and most of the people that we managed to talk to, Rahul, since early in the morning, because presently the booth where we are stationed, this booth is witness to very heavy polling. Since early in the morning, lots of people, they came out, and most of the people that we interacted with, they have been saying that demonetization is one factor. So we have been witnessing polarization on mass scale on this particular booth, and that is the kind of report which we are getting from various parts of Kanpur. Remember, the Samajwadi Party is really finding it very, very hard to consolidate its position. Last time round, of the 14 seats, they managed to get 9 seats. 4 seats went to the BJP, 1 seat went to the Congress party. This time round, there is also the factor of the infighting within the Samajwadi Party that can possibly be a dampener for the Samajwadi Party. But definitely, demonetization is something which is a cause of worry for the BJP, at least from Kanpur.
Poojan, I want to get in a word from Dr. Lahiri. Dr. Lahiri, you've been pouring into that laptop of yours, looking at past data. 55 out of 69 seats is what they hold. This time, doing well in the third phase is crucial for the Samajwadi Party if it hopes to stay ahead of the BJP. Otherwise, the BJP could well be running away with this race.
Absolutely, Rahul. Today is the third phase of UP polls. So UP will be completing 209 out of 403 seats polling. And mind you, this election is different. This election is different. I think it's cataclysmic someone has described it as UP in the vortex of change. Why? If you look at history of UP at the time of independence was 97% in per capita terms of India. It kept on declining, and it declined to something like 68% in 1991-92. And it came down to half of India in 2001-2, and it has declined further to 40%. So an average UPite is only 40% of the
as
rest
affluent
of
as the rest of India.
So the narrative is development, and I think Akhilesh Yadav has already said "Kaam bolta hai." You look at the BJP manifesto, again it's promising the works. So I think parties are now going with the development agenda, because they have realized that the caste agenda is not going to get you beyond the threshold.
That's interesting. The average UPite is only 40% as affluent as the average Indian. That just shows just how much of a big black spot UP is, and how important it is to get UP out of the category of Bimaru states, put it on the path of development. Now the people of Uttar Pradesh have to choose how they believe that development can be achieved.